Minasan, konnichiwa. Today we will discuss another set of bumpu or grammar. So the objective of this discussion is for you to know how to point places, also how to say also or to in Japanese, as well as how to use the particles, the ni, the yo, the ne, the e, the o, as well as the ja arimasen. Okay, hazimimashou. Let's start. First, we will discuss the koko, soko, asoko, and doko. Okay, so this is the same with the concept of our kore, sore, are. But the kore, sore, are is used to point things. This one is used to point places. Okay, so we have here the koko. Koko is used to if the thing or rather the place is near you. So this is, for example, this is a toilet. So the soko, it is used if it is near to the person you're talking to. Soko. The asoko, it is far from both of you. The doko is the where in English. Okay, we have here example. So, excuse me, where is the post office? First, yeah, I will change muna my keyboard. Okay, so we have here, excuse me in Japanese is sumimasen. Sumimasen. The post office is Yobin Kyoko ni and doko desu ka? Doko desu ka? Yan. So that is for our first example. So we use here the doko meaning where. So sumimasen. Yobin kyoko ni doko desu ka? That is for our first example. For our next example, we have here the post office is right over there. So, meaning this is far from both of you. So, we will use the asoko. Yo ben kyoko ni asoko desu. So, that is for our second example. Okay, yo ben kyoko ni asoko desu. If it is near you, you will just replace the asoko with koko. And if it is near to the speak or to the person you're talking to, it is the soko. You will use the soko. So we have yoben kyoko ni koko desu or yoben kyoko ni soko desu. So that is for our koko, soko, asoko, and doko. Always remember that this one is used for places. Okay? Do not be confused with the kore, sore, are, and the kono, sono, ano. Okay. Next, we have the noun mo. Okay. When do we use the noun mo? Noun mo class, it is used if the noun share the same item. For example, I am a teacher. Mary is also a teacher. So the item we shared is a teacher. So we will use the mo. So he is also, pag may nakita po kayong also, that is the particle mo or your tsu. So that is particle mo ang gagamitin natin doon. So we have here example, Takeshi is a Japanese person. Michiko is a Japanese person too. So the item they shared is the Japanese. So we will translate this one. So Takeshi and Michiko is a Japanese name. So we will use the kanji or the hiragana. Takeshi san wa Nihonjin desu. And Michiko san mo nihonjin desu. So that is for our first sentence. So we have Takeshi-san mo san wa nihonjin desu. Michiko-san mo nihonjin desu. So that is the item they shared is the Japanese person. Okay, we will use the mo here because here is the word to. Next, we have here the me too. So me is I. We will use the watashi and the mo. Watashi mo. So me too. Yan. So that is the use or the function of our particle mo if they shared the same item or the same characteristic or thing. For example, you want to say that is my bicycle too. Okay? I have a bicycle also. Okay, you will use the particle mo. Okay, next. For our noun, ja arimaseng. So this ja arimaseng class, it is used to negate the x, y, des. So as you can remember, we have already discussed the x, y, des. So if you want to say, Mr. Yamada is not a student. So as you can remember, our example for the last discussion we have, I am a student. Oh, that is positive. So this one is the negative. So Mr. Yamada-san wa, the wa, x, the noun Yamada, and the wa plus the gakse ja arimasen. So that is Yamada-san wa gakse ja arimasen. That is, Mr. Yamada is not a student. For our next example, we have Mary is not a doctor. Okay, so Mary is a foreign name, so we will use the katakana. So Mary. Ayan. Mary. Mary sang wa isha ja arimasen. So that is the negation or how you will chotomate. I guess na-duplicate ang aking siya. Okay. Let me check. Mary sang wa. Mary sang wa ja arimasen. So that is correct. So Mary sang wa ja arimasen. This is Mary is not a doctor. Okay? If you want to negate the x, y, the x, y, des, you will use the ja arimasen. Okay. So next, we have here the particle ne. Okay, class. The particle ne class, it is used if you want to if you want someone to agree with you. If you want someone to agree with you, you will use the particle ne. Okay, for example, we have here the chotomate. Okay, so this one. Miss Lee, your major is literature, right? Okay, so how will we translate this one? So since Miss Lee or Lee is a foreign name, we will use the katakana. So since ang katakana and the hiragana of ri is the same, yan. Ri sang wa major. Ang major natin is senmon. Senmon wa. And our literature is the bungaku desu ne. So that is ri sang wa senmon wa bungako desu ne. That is for Miss Lee. Your major is literature, right? So we will just put the ne at the end of the sentence. So here is the second example. We have, this is not meat, is it? So you are waiting for the agreement of someone. So we will use the ne also. So we have, this kore. Kore wa niku ja arimasen ne. So that is for our second examples. We have, kore wa niko ja arimasen. Ja arimasen ne. That is, this is not meat, is it? So we will just use the particle ne if you want someone to agree with you. So that is added at the end of the sentence. So next we have here the yo. Okay, our yo here is, this is added to the statement if the speaker wants to, or wants the listener to agree, or to assure, rather it is if he want to assure the listener of what has been said. So assurance ito. So this is authoritative decree. So parang you want to impose na the news I am telling you is the truth, nothing but the truth. That is for our yo. So for example, we have here, let me assure you, tonkatsu is not a fish. So we have, we will translate that. So tonkatsu tonkatsu wa, and our fish is sakana ja arimasen, and we will add the yo. So that is for our, allow me to check this, tonkatsu wa sakana ja arimasen yo. That is for, let me assure you, tonkatsu is not a fish. When we say tonkatsu, that is a pork cutlet. Ayan, that is for. Next, we have, in case you're wondering, Mr. Smith is British. Okay, so since ang Smith natin, it is a foreign name, we will use the katakana. So, Smith is si, mi, su. Yan. Sumisu. We will use the hiragana na. Sumisu sang wa. And the British, we will use the katakana again. Igirisu. Igirisu. Yan, igirisu. And since that is pertaining to the nationality of a person, we will add the gene. Yo. Okay, so this is polite way of saying. So because we have here the is. So if you want to put this here, it is okay. So wala pong diferensya yan. So we have sumisu sang wa igirisu zin this yo. That is for Mr. Smith is a British. So okay, remember that if we want to assure someone regarding of a news or the statement you has been said, you will use the yo. You will add the yo at the end of the sentence. Next, we have here the particle de. Okay, class. The particle de, class, it is used to uh, it is used to what do you call this? It is used to locate or your to imply the place where the event happens. So if you want to say I will eat lunch at the canteen, so the event took place at the canteen. So if ano yung tinuturo ng ating verb, doon nyo po ilalagay ang ating de. So for example, we have here, I will read books in the library. So I will read books. Ang books natin is ay watashi. Watashi wa. Ang library natin is the Toshokan. Toshokan de. So since the event happens at the library, so you will read a book in the library. So yung tinuturo ng ating verb is yung library, place where the event took place. So Toshokan de, and the book is the hong wo or o. Ang read natin is you mi mas. Yan. So that is watashi wa toshokan de hon wo yumimasu. So I will read books in the library. The read natin is the yomu. Since you want to show politeness, we will, or the present tense, we will use the mas. Yomimasu. So next we have, I will I will watch TV at home. So watashi wa, the home is uchi de, and the TV is the terebi. Terebi. Yan. And terebi o or terebio o, and the mi mas. So meru, that is watch. So watashi wa oche de terebi o mimasu. So I will watch TV at home. Or you will just it is okay if you will omit the watashi if it is understood in the context. So since this is one conversation lang, so it is a sentence, so kindly include the I. So para hindi tayo magkagulo. So watashi wa uchi de terebi o mimasu. That is, I will watch TV at home. So next, so always remember that the particle de is used if the event took place. Yan. So if the sentence here, or for example, this is a sentence, no. So we will use the here because the library, the reading of the book happens in the library. So the event took place. Okay. So it is very specific that he will read a book in the library, or you will read a book in the library. So next we have the particle ni. So particle ni has three functions. First, the goal of movement. When we say the goal of movement, here is the first example. Okay, so first, I will not go to school today. So this is a goal of movement. The goal is school. Movement niya is school. So we will use the particle ni. So we have watashi wa today is the kyo, and the school is gaku, and the particle ni. Yan. So we have watashi wa kyo gakko ni, and mi go is the ki. Ikimasen. Okay. That is the negative of go. The go here is the iku. So since negative, masen. So we have watashi wa kyo gakko ni ikimasen. So I will not, let me check. Watashi wa kyo gakko ni ikimasen. Okay, that is correct. So that is for our first example. So if you want to imply or to impose what is the marker of the goal of movement, you will place the ni after the place. So that is the construction. So always remember that the verb is always at the end of the sentence. So for example, here we have I milk. What is this? This is not I will return home. This is will. Okay, that is typo error again. Okay, so I will return home. So what? Oops. Watashi wa. Ang ating home is uchi. Uchi ni. Yan, we will place. And kairimasu. That is return in Japanese. So we have watashi wa uchi ni kairimasu. So the ni is in the place or the home. Ayan. So that is for a goal of movement. And next for time. So ni is used also for as indicator of time. So I will go to Kyoto on Sunday. So watashi wa and the Kyoto ni and the Kyoto ni wait lang. And the Nichiyobi ni ikimasu. Last, don't be confused. It is okay if the particle ni is repeated in the sentence. Hindi po yan grammatical error. That is correct. So we have watashi wa yobin kyoko ni Nichiyobi ni ikimasu. So I will go to Kyoto on Sunday. Or you can interchange the Sunday and the Kyoto. It is okay. It is watashi wa Nichiyobi ni Kyoto ni ikimasu. So that is okay. So wait lang. Okay. Next, for our next example, we have I will go to bed at 11. So our time here is the 11. So translate that. Watashi wa. Ang 11 natin is Johnny Genie. So since we will use the 11 Juichi. Dahil 11 G and the ni. Ayan. So since that is time, we will use the suffix na G. So we have watashi wa Juichi Gini. And the 11 is the sleep is Neru or the ni mas. So when we say Neru, that is plain. So we will use the mas, polite. So we have watashi wa 11時に寝ます. So I will go to bed at 11. Next we have for approximate time. So for approximate time class, we have example here, I will go to bed at about 11. So we will replace the ni with the goru ni. So watashi wa 11 is 11 ji. Instead of ni, we will use the, this is approximate. So, ang approximate is the goru and plus the ni and the nimas. Okay, so that is for approximate time. So if it is not approximate time, you will use the ni without the goru. Okay, so I will study at about 9. So same, watashi wa, and study natin is the benkyo. So benkyo. Watashi wa 9 is the kyoji and the guru ni benkyo shimasu. So that is for our, I will study at about 9. So watashi wa kyoji guru ni benkyo shimasu. That is for our second example. So remember that the particle ni is used for the goal of movement, the time, and the approximate time. So next, for our particle e. Class, remember this is the letter he, but if it is used as particle, it is pronounced as e. Okay, so this particle e class is used to indicate the goal of movement. So remember, the particle e can replace only the particle ni if it is a goal of movement. Other than that, you cannot replace the particle ne. If it is time, you cannot replace it. If it is approximate time, you cannot replace the ni. Only in the goal of movement lang. Okay, so we have, I will not go to school today. So same. Bakit ito ay milk? Will. So same with the example on the, so since we will just replace the ni with the e. So I will watashi wa, the today is the kyo and the gaku e and the ikimasen. So that is for our first example. For our second example naman, we have watashi wa, home is ochi, and the e kairimasu. Okay, so that is very simple. We only replace the ni with the e. So if it is goal of movement, other than that, you cannot replace the particle ni. Okay, next we have the particle o. So class, the particle o is used if you want to indicate the direct object of the sentence or the affected object in the sentence. So we have, I drink coffee. So the affected here is the coffee. So we have, I watashi wa. Ang coffee natin is kohi. So, wala tayong, wait lang, I will replace my kohi. Yan, kohi. Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? If it is kohi o. Plus, this is, if the wo is used as particle, it is pronounced as o. So, watashi wa kohi o drink is nomimasu. Nomimasu. Okay. Nomimasu. So we have watashi wa kohi o nomimasu. Okay. So I watch TV. So TV is the affected object in the sentence or in the on the of the verb watch. So we have watashi wa terebi 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 o and mimas. So that is for our second example. So always remember that the particle o is used to indicate the object in the sentence. So this is very important, class, that you will add the particles if you will construct a sentence. So if the particle is missing, the sentence is in incorrect or wrong grammar. So it is incomplete. So particles is the one who added spice in the sentence. So walang lasa if wala ang particles natin. So for recap, we have the coco is the English counterpart of here or near me. The soko is there or near you or near there near you. Near to the speaker you're talking to. Ayan. The asoko is over there. The doko is where. The particle mo is a particle that indicates that the item to has the given property. Yan. So, same items ang inisi-share nila. And the ja arimaseng is this is to negate a statement of the form of x, y des. And the ne, if the speaker is seeking the listener's confirmation or agreement to what has been said. And the particle yo is added to a statement if the speaker wants to assure the listener of what has been said. So this is the authoritative decree. The de is used to indicate where the event described by the verb takes place. Okay. So the particle e indicates the goal of movement. So note that this particle is pronounced as e. And note that e may replace the particle ni only in the goal of movement sense. The particle ni for the time reference and other uses cannot be so replaced. Okay. The particle o is indicates direct object. So the kind of things that are directly involved in or affected by the event. Note that this particle is pronounced as o. And I've never so the particle ni is not here. So the particle ni is used to indicate the goal of movement, the time, as well as the approximate time. Okay, so that's the end of our discussion. Thank you.